Okay, well, looks like we're back at it again. Hello, everyone. You know what? I just kind of realized as I've been playing these playthroughs, I've never really properly introduced myself. My account name is Skimberly Milk. It's a fun little name that I picked up while watching an internet video about a year ago, and it just kind of cracked me up. So you know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna use that. That sounds pretty fun to me. So that's that's who I am. I enjoy video games in the fantasy genre, and so that's why you tend to see me playing a whole lot of WoW. 'Cause that's exactly where I find my comfort space. Now, this channel is not a strictly WoW channel. This just happens to be what I'm playing at the moment. I happen to enjoy a lot of different games in the fantasy space. So, if you see another game come up from this channel, don't be too surprised. So, here we are, back in the game. We're continuing our Paladin playthrough. Really enjoying this. We picked up an upgraded weapon last time we played. Now we're rocking the training sword. And we are moving ourselves into Westfall proper. So we're going to pick up a few quests over here, see what kind of quests we can knock out, and whatever we can't, we'll save for later. So we're going to start here with the farmers. The Forgotten Heirloom. It was horrible. Verna woke me when she heard a ruckus in the fields. The fields were full of hooligans. We left in a rush, and I forgot to pack my pocket watch. Verna's pa gave me that watch on our wedding day, and I just feel sick knowing those thieves have it. I left the pocket watch in the wardrobe at the farmhouse. Look for the field of pumpkins to the west. You can't miss it. If you bring it back to me, I'd sure be grateful. Alright, this guy wants his pocket watch back. That seems simple enough. What about you, lady? She has two quests. Westfall stew. I never thought the day would come when I'd leave the farm. But the fields are overrun with thieves, and it's far too dangerous for us here now. As soon as Farmer Furlbrow gets the wagon fixed, we'll be on our way. Maybe you could do me a favor. Let me scribble down my recipe for Westfall stew, and please take it to Salma Saldine over on the farm yonder. The Saldine's farm is just beyond the fork in the road.
Safe travels.
And poor old Blanchie. Poor old Blanchie, such a tired beast after all the work we put her through. I fed her before we left the farm, but we weren't expecting the wagon to break on us. If you could bring her a few handfuls of oats for the fields, I'd be grateful. I bet you could find some around the farms in Westfall, if you can steer clear of those horrific machines that have taken over. There are several farms southwest of here. So she wants 8 little bundles of oats for her horsey. That's no big deal. Typically where we would find the oats is going to be like along the fence lines of the various farms in the area. So we're just going to slide on around here and see what we can find. Let's actually go ahead and track our quests here. That'll make it a little bit easier. Oh, hey there, Chan. You want to fight? I'd like to fight. Sounds like fun. Looks like we are about 3/4 of the way to level 13, so that's going to be nice. Get another talent point. Oh, there's an oat sack right there. The gathering from the ground quests are always annoying in Classic because you can never really tell if an item is like interactable or not because there's no like sparkles, there's no highlight or anything like that. It's just if you can see it, here you go. I like Westfall. Westfall is a nice zone. It is all kind of like a monochromatic, but it is a pretty nice place to hang out. A lot of good kill quests out here, a lot of experience to be had. Not quite as up there on my tier list as Elwyn, but it is a pretty favorable zone. And just the fact that like all these people around Stormwind are suffering so much because the nobles and the military of Stormwind itself is spread so thin that they can't come out and help. It really like adds to like a level of despair for the people, and it kind of makes you feel good that you're out here to help. It makes your presence out here feel a little bit more needed than normal. Florida, man, the priest has died at level 32 in the Eastern Kingdoms. F's in the chat. Level 32, that's a long ways from home. Oh, hello. I was hoping to sneak in there before someone would like respawn on me. Guess we're not going to be that lucky. There we go. Heal up. Okay, I don't see him spawning just yet, so let's try and get this before he respawns. There's a dual-wielding rogue in here that guards this spot. There we go. We got out nice and easy. Oh look, there's another little sack of oats. How nice. So how I like to try and do these video uploads is I like to sit down and just film a lot of footage all at once, and then just upload to be distributed day after day, so that I always have like a little bit of something going out. So I don't want to like go like X amount of days without any videos going out, just for the sake of the algorithm, you know. I mean, granted, I really am only doing these videos because I want to have a video profile of this run in case I need to do any death appeals. But if I can kind of like work an algorithm and develop a little bit of a channel doing this, I mean, why not? All right, 5 of 8. Just need 3 more. We need to be very careful around this farm too. We don't want to get aggroed by level 15 threshers. Because those are very spooky, and they'll get you. Okay, I think I see another sack of oats. Hopefully that person is not going towards it. Got it. Get it. And we got it. Alright, so we just need 2 more. So let's head back over to this farm over here, and hopefully we can find 2 more sacks of oats, so we can just turn it in. Yeah, having no bags does suck. But there is a vendor that you can spend some of your hard-earned money to get some bags. It all depends on what's more important to you. Your time and hopefully being lucky with a bag drop, or just dropping some cash. Over here, don't see it. Oh, there's a sack of oats right there. Let's get that. Okay. Let's see if we can find another one. Over here, maybe? No, I don't see anything. Do also have like a lot of other people here also trying to get the same thing. Oh, there's a sack of oats right there. Let's try and fight our way in there. We might be able to get it if we fight our way in. So I think most other people aren't focusing on this. They might be focusing on the fence line just like I was. Oh, we got another one. Come here, you. Uh-oh. We aggroed someone. Get it. There we go. Alright, that respawn is really fast. I'm a little worried about that. Let's heal up. God, I love having a built-in heal. It's so nice. Oh no, the person got it. That's lame. That's okay. We'll get the next one. No stress. Sometimes you just don't get lucky. Sometimes you do. Seems to all just be a matter of circumstance, you know? Ooh, infantry boots. What's that? 75 armor. That's more armor. Put them on. Well, let's go back over to the other farm, but we'll be more lucky over there. Clear that disease off. We don't need no diseases, making us less effective. Do have to be on the lookout for any dust devils running around too. Because those things will just straight up end your run. Wandering level 19s. Running my cursor across the edge there. See if it picks up anything. Rusty Warhammer. What's that? 5.7 DPS. Too weak. You don't want that. Just one more sack of oats to find. That's all I need. There we go. That's what it... There we go. Got it. Okay, now we can go turn this in and head a little bit closer in towards Sentinel Hill. And then we might be able to pick up our first flight path. There you go. Enjoy. Druid's a really cool class. The only thing that sucks about Druid is that like they don't really become effective at killing until level 20. Matador the Rogue has died. Level 12 in Lochmodan. F's in the chat. Because level 20, that's when they get their cat form. And they don't get bear form until level 10. So for the first 10 levels, you are basically just being like a weak caster. And at level 10, you just become like a slow warrior. And then level 20, that's when you get your cat form, and you can actually start grinding out kills at a pretty decent pace. Let's see here. Poor old Blanchy. Old Blanchy is on her last leg. Did you happen to find any oats for her? Oh, thank you so much. Poor old Blanchy will be so happy. And you get both of these out of the system because it does not say choose one. So we're going to take both of these. And they'll level up. What a lucky day. Let's go and attach that. Now we have another 4-slot bag. And we have an upgraded cloak. That's 4 more armor. Very nice. Don't suppose you were able to get my watch? I was. My watch! Thank you so much, kind lady. We are but poor farmers, and we have lost our land, but please accept this reward as a token of our appreciation. We got both again. We got some bread and we got some upgraded water. Very nice. Okay, so those quests are done. So now we need to turn in Westfall Stew to Salma Saldine. Oh, actually, we just got another point, so let's attach that. There we go. Increases strength by 8%. We got one more level to put into that. Then we can start putting points into reducing our pushback on healing spells. Very nice. That's honestly like one of my most important talents, because like you really don't want to lose out on being able to heal yourself. And with Concentration Aura, that just pushes it even further. Alright, got some quests here. Farmer Seldian. Rough times, huh? No matter where you turn, someone needs help, and my wife and I are no exception. The Killing Fields. Look at what has happened to this place. These lands were once occupied by good farm folk, but the damn thieves have driven them all off. Not me, though. But it seems some harvest watchers have taken over the fields. If you're up for the work, I'd like you to go out and kill 20 of them. 20! Come back when you're done for your pay. If you finish up with the ones in my field, clear them from the neighboring fields as well. He wants us to kill 20 of these level 15 naughty boys. Alright, Salma, what you got? Welcome to our humble abode. It's always nice to see a friendly face. And what strong arms you have. My husband and I are always looking for help around the farm. Now that most of the good folk have left, it's hard to find an able body to help out. Westfall Stew. I'm gonna miss that Verna Furlbrow so much. I don't suppose you happened to see her on your way here. Oh, we did. That Verna was always such a sweet lass. We'll miss her here in Westfall, but between you and me, she's a city girl at heart, and Stormwind will suit her just fine. But enough gossip. Now we can make Westfall Stew. Gore-Tusk Liver Pie. The onions are peeled, the garlic is minced, the rosemary is crushed, the crust has been baked, the dill weed is chopped, the gravy is simmering. Now all I need for my famous meat liver pie are 8 Gore-Tusk livers. Alright, let's go get them. And Westfall Stew. Help me make some Westfall Stew. Come back with the following ingredients. 3 stringy vulture meat, 3 Gore-Tusk snouts, 3 murloc eyes, and 3 okra. Alright, let's go gather some ingredients. She's got a shopping list for us now. And now we have a quest list. Got those. Let's see here. Anything else? That's Humble Beginnings. Okay. Alright, so now we got a pile of quests to work on. So let's head on over to Sentinel Hill, and we can set our hearth over there. A lot of air traffic over here. That is one thing I'm really enjoying seeing. Is just seeing so much activity on the server. Like, we haven't seen activity like this in Classic for a very long time. Here we go. Here's another couple quests. So let's see here. Gray and Stone Mantle. Let's turn in report. Ah, so my friend sent you here. How kind. Well, the Stormwind Monarchy has abandoned our cause. Now it's up to the People's Militia to keep the land free from corruption. If our cause interests you, I can put your combat skills to use in the name of freedom. The People's Militia has but one goal: to defend the lands of Westfall and return peace to our surroundings. Unfortunately, the price of peace is often blood. One of my scouts has brought word of a band of Defias trappers wreaking havoc nearby. I have reports of Defias trapper sightings near the Jangled Mine to the northwest. as well as at the Molson Farm and Furlbrow's Pumpkin Farm. If you seek to join our ranks, slay 15 Defias trappers and 15 Defias smugglers, then return to me. Killing a whole lot of people out here. So that's a large number we need to carve out. Patrolling Westfall, Stormwind has abandoned us. A foul wind of depravity rustles through the plains of Westfall. This was my homeland, and I will not turn my back on the citizens who choose to remain here. We, the former farmers, shall make our stand. Your task, should you choose to accept, is to patrol the grasslands of Westfall, track down and slay vile gnolls that seem to be working in conjunction with the Deadmines thieves. Bring me 8 gnoll paws, and I will reward your bravery. So he wants 8 gnoll paws. That should be easy enough. Quartermaster, a swift message. Although we don't get much aid from Stormwind directly, I do have a contact in the city who helps supply us with armor. His name is Osric Strang. His shop, Limited Immunity, is in the old town of Stormwind. Our supply of armor dwindles, and I must contact Osric for more. Can you take him this note? The fastest way to Stormwind is through Thor, our Griffin Master. He's just down the hill. Bring him my note, and then take a griffin to Stormwind. Alright, that's easy enough. Alright, let's go ahead and sell off some of this junk that we're not going to be using. We'll actually keep the water. We might actually need that. Sell all that. We'll keep the okra. Oh yeah, and we need to keep the linen for little Miss Stephanie Turner. Okay, so that's all those quests. So we're going to head on down this way. Go talk to the Griffin Master. You look like you're in a hurry. Well, you came to the right place. You have to get a note to Stormwind. That's not a problem. You can take one of my griffins. For a small fee, you can take a griffin to Stormwind, so you can deliver Lewis's note to Osric. You won't get there any faster any other way. If that sounds acceptable, then just speak to me again when you're ready for the ride. I'll charge you a little, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Alright, accept that. So, we're not going to go just yet. I want to go and gather the rest of our quests in this area, and set a hearthstone so that we can just go back out there and then just hearth back immediately. Red leather bandanas. The Defias front is constantly shifting. I've been following their movements for quite some time now. On a side note, I've ascertained that many members of the gang can be tracked by the red leather bandanas they wear. Bring me 15 of these bandanas, and I'll see to it you're rewarded. Okay, so that's another quest to track. That's the red leather bandanas. People's Militia. Leather bandanas. There we go. And we got our quest to track and follow. Let's go ahead and go here. We'll go ahead and set this in. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, there we go. Now we can head on over to Stormwind. Turn that in. Then we'll come back. And then we can get started on the next level of our leg of our quest. We're going to have to be very careful when we get to the part where we need to kill pillagers. Pillagers are one of the most dangerous enemies in pretty much the entire game when it comes to like low level stuff. I was able to handle them pretty well on the rogue because I had access to kick. In this character, I'm going to have to rely heavily on stun and proactive healing. That'll be the best way to handle taking care of them. enjoying myself a little bit of Coke and vodka tonight. So I'm having a bit of a haze come over me, so it's nice and relaxing. Gives a little bit of a tick up of warmth too, so that's pretty nice. The area that I'm living in is it's not too cold, but especially because I'm indoors right now. I got the heater and everything, but typically I don't have to drape myself in hoodies while I'm inside. But a little bit of alcohol does do wonders when it comes to keeping yourself warm. Okay, so we are here. Let's go and turn in the Tome of Divinity over here. Stephanie Turner. I hope my John is having better luck in the Iron Forge. He so dislikes his trips there because it leaves the kids and me alone, but he knows it must be done. He's so kind-hearted. Some years have been easier than others, but this one's been rougher by far. It's almost as though something in the air is signaling a huge change. Who knows, though? Thank you. Thank you so much. The children will be so pleased, and you've saved me so much time. I'll now be able to focus on the children's other needs, and hopefully my John will be able to return home sooner than we thought. Thank you again. I knew we could rely on the charity of others. Light be with you. I'll take these to the children this very day. Please be safe, good Paladin. It is not often women of your character show their faces in the city. But you've proven that the Paladins here in Stormwind shall never turn their backs on those in need. Farewell. So now we go back and speak to Dutharian Rahl once again. Let's see what he puts us onto next. We are up to 23 silver, so we might actually be able to purchase a spell upgrade. Now that I'm not spending all of my money on upgrading my professions, I might actually be able to buy a spell or two. Let's actually go in here, because I believe the quest we were sent here to take care of turns in at Old Town. Yeah, I think I see the dot now. Here, limited immunity. McStinky the Rogue has died at level 48. Wow. To make it so far and die at level 48, that is really sad. I'm sorry to see that. You've been traveling, eh? Have you been anywhere interesting? No, from Quartermaster Lewis. I'm not surprised he needs more gear. Sentinel Hill is far away, and a land Stormwind has all but forgotten. Thank you, Stacker. Here's some money to cover your travel costs. Stacker, I gathered into this crate everything Lewis asked for. Can you take it to him? If you've already spoken to Thor in Westfall, then you can take a griffin back to him. Dungar Longdrink is our griffin master, over in the trade district. Speak with Dungar, then get this crate to Lewis as fast as you can. We don't want our fighting men and women in Westfall to go without fresh equipment. So that tells me that I don't think I'll be able to just hearth back. I'm going to have to actually ride the griffin back. Because I'm going to have to go and talk to the griffin master. That's okay. That's just going to consume like an extra minute or so. It's no big deal. Well, let's go ahead and head on up to the Cathedral District and talk to our Paladin boy. Dutharian Rahl, that's his name. Now, if we were playing on retail, this little path that we're taking here would lead us to a transmog vendor. We could change up our gear, make ourselves look real pretty. And there's always like 20 or so people just hanging out in this area too. I believe it's right in that building right there, if I'm not mistaken. That building, or actually no, I think it's that building right there, and that's the one. Alright, let's get on over here. Let's head on over here to the cathedral. See what we can do for the paladins. Here he is. You've returned so quickly. And what have you accomplished in your time away from the cathedral? Have you helped a noble cause? Perhaps you've learned the value of charity, or some more about your obligations to the citizens of Azeroth. Tell me, who have you helped and how? Well, I'm impressed. Those are surely the actions of one who follows the light and values others above oneself. Such sacrifice will always be rewarded in time. Take this. It is called the Symbol of Life. You've proven charitable and patient, and now the time has come to see if you're powerful enough to focus one of the light's greatest gifts. My friend Gazin returned recently from an encounter with some Defias in Elwyn near Hero's Vigil. He barely escaped with his life. He's near the altar, having his wounds healed by our priests. Take the symbol and speak to him. If you can help him, then we will speak again soon. May you bask in the light's glory. Alright, let's go talk to this dwarf boy over here. And he's likely going to send us over to his friend to bring him back to life. You're a blessing for sure, Brother Joshua. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you, Paladin. Don't mind my wounds. The good priest here can take care of old Gazin this time. I won't be needing the power of that symbol of life you've got there. Not yet, anyway. So, Tutharian sent you to speak to me, huh? Fair enough. I'll tell you exactly what befell me and my friend Hens. And with any luck, and some skill on your part, perhaps you can still help us all. Hens and I made it to Hero's Vigil, an island in the middle of the Stone Cairn Lake in northeastern Elwyn. We'd heard that Defias had infiltrated our borders, and we wanted proof to take to the king's advisors. We caught sight of a couple of the scum going over some documents, and we attacked. Unfortunately, we were quickly overwhelmed by more of the mages. Hens held them off for me while I escaped. The daft fool, going and being brave. He's out there now, Hens is. Can you help us, Stacker? Take the symbol of life and resurrect Hens Falk in Elwyn. I will do exactly that. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Now, Hens is all the way over by the Eastvale logging camp, which is clear on the other side of the map compared to Westfall. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the Griffin Trainer, or the Griffin Master, I mean. We are going to get his quest turn in, but we're not going to take his ride. We're going to go and help the Paladin, or help the Dwarf, I mean, resurrect him, and then we will hearth back over to Westfall. I think that might be the best use of our time, efficiency-wise at least. Wheel HC, the Warlock has died at level 7 in Elwyn Forest. Gotta go again, my friend. Here is his quest. Let's go turn this in. Is that sweat on your brow, ma'am? You've been running too much. Next time, take a griffin. A crate for Westfall, eh? Have you been to Westfall before? If so, then it's no problem, my friend. I have plenty of griffins trained to fly that route. The Griffin Master in Westfall is Thor. If you've spoken to him before, then you can take one of my griffins to him. That's a good lesson to know. Griffins are always trained to fly to their capital city, but they'll only take you to a remote Griffin Master after you've already been there. You've already been to Thor, so just speak with me again when you're ready to take a griffin to Westfall. Once there, you can deliver Ozric's crate to Quartermaster Lewis. So we'll accept that, but we're not going to take the road. We're going to hop on out of here and go take care of that dwarf. Sploosh. This is one of the things where I appreciate retail over classic is by now I'd probably have access to a damn mount. That's okay. It's not so much of an inconvenience. I can walk it. Um, People in the guild chat, they're talking about how many times they've restarted characters, and the number is it's pretty up there. You got a lot of people just dying over and over and over again. One guy says he first got to 25, then to 35, and then to 30, and now he's level 10. So he's on his fourth replay. It just goes to show you, like, if you get overconfident, you can get taken down by anything in this game. It's not an easy path to 60, especially with how much experience you need to just get there. And there's a lot of quests that like require group play, so like there's some quests that you just cannot do on your own. Head up this way. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. I think I made a TikTok about it. It's basically when my wife is not around, I don't go out of my way to like make like super intricate meals. When my wife is around, I will definitely go out of my way and try to make just like the best meal I possibly can, just to like impress her, because nothing brings me more joy than seeing her enjoy the food that I make for her. But like when I'm by myself, it's like, yeah, I'll just throw something together. We'll make a struggle meal. Like tonight, I literally just made a pile of rice. I steamed some broccoli and threw some beef together, and it was delicious. But it was very simple, very very simple. And it's just kind of funny to see how you do when your significant other isn't around. Like for me tonight, it's like I'm just had a very simple meal. I'm enjoying a drink. I got my dogs here with me. It's a very chilled, very relaxed night, and I'm enjoying it greatly. I wanted to do any of you kind of like follow that philosophy as well? Do you just kind of get by when your partner isn't around? I'm curious. I'd like to know. I think everybody has like that little itch in them to want to make their partner happy, to try and do nice things for them, even if in like just like a really small capacity. Because like I don't really have to go that far out of my way to make like a banging meal for my wife. But like when just that look on her face when she's enjoying something I made for her. It makes my entire day. It really does. Looks like we're almost there. This is a bit of a long walk. The cursed 19-pound catfish. I think you might be making that up, dude. It's funny to see like what people think of, like is something that's going to curse their run. There's some people that think like receiving like a black 6-slot bag is just like the mark of death. Kind of superstitions, they're cute. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna head on up this way. We're gonna go up to the Stone Cairn Lake. We're gonna take care of that little dwarf boy. Make sure everybody's happy. There's our symbol of life. We'll use that. It feels like I was just here. Probably because I was about a few hours ago. Looks like we got another mineral vein in the water over here. Go grab that. There it is. Copper vein. Oh, there's another mineral vein right over here. I'll go and grab that. This is a good spot to come out to, huh? What's that? There it is. I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I wanted to come out this way just to mine copper for my professions. I ended up not doing that. We ended up going through the Fargo Deep mines to get all my copper. This would have been a very decent alternative. A lot of copper up here, and not a whole lot of competition for that copper either. Looks like he's getting it. I stand corrected. Let's see here. Let's go and use our symbol of life on this guy here. Mr. Hans Falk. Thank you, sister. Seeing you wield the symbol of life, may I assume Duthurian and Gazan sent you? I fell to the Defy spellcasters while Gazan and I tried to get their plans from them. I was able to hold on long enough to allow Gazan to escape, but in the end, their magics overwhelmed me. But you were able to bring me back. The ability to use the symbol doesn't come to just anyone. It bodes well for you that you were able to empower it with your own faith. We'll have time to talk more about the symbol at a later time. What's important now is to get those papers we saw the Defias going over. If we can get our hands on them, we'll be able to prove the Defias have infiltrated Elwyn and hopefully gain some insight into what their plans are. I'm in no shape for battle as of now. Do you think you're strong enough to get those papers from the Defias here on the island? If you're able to get them, bring them back to Gazan and let him know I'm alright. Okay, so it looks like we won't be using the hearth. We'll just be getting the papers and running back. The Stone of Remembrance. Let's go and click on this. This monument is dedicated to all those who have fallen in protection of Stormwind. Our people have weathered unbelievable hardships to retain their freedoms and to control their own destinies. It is here we remember every sacrifice our citizens have made during the first war that riddled our people. Yeah, that's an important monument. If you're not well versed in the lore of Warcraft, when the orcs first came through the portal, they came through at where was the point? Let's see here. Not Blasted Lands, Demon Pass. Here, they came through here at the Blasted Lands through the Dark Portal right here, and they traveled up through Stonnard, up through the Red Ridge Mountains, and they came right here to Elwyn Forest where Stormwind is. And they came through and they killed everyone. They sacked Stormwind. They fucking busted it up. And the survivors of that massacre ended up having to leave Stormwind and travel north to their neighbors in Lordaeron. And it took many years for the people of Stormwind to come back and rebuild Stormwind. And that also kind of leads into the whole Defias Brotherhood bit, because the Defias were originally the Stonemasons Guild, and the Stonemasons were the ones in charge of putting Stormwind back together. They were contracted by the nobles of Stormwind to rebuild Stormwind, and then once the job was finished, the nobles decided it was not in their best interest to pay the stonemasons. And so the stonemasons got rightfully pissed, because they all came to Stormwind with the promise of making a better life for themselves and for their families. And when the nobles decided they didn't want to pay, well, that's when they broke off and formed the Defias Brotherhood. So, to put it another way, the Defias aren't necessarily the bad guys here. Surprised there's so much competition for the enemies up here. Usually when I come up here, there's no one here. There's someone. Let's see if I can get that. Go beat him up. Right, no papers on that one. So we need to keep killing these guys until they drop their papers. Then we can leave. After that, we're probably going to call it a night, because it is starting to get a little late here, and I have to be up early tomorrow. Yeah, this place is picked over. This is a little annoying. Hopefully I can get to it before someone else does. Got him. Big crit. 94 damage. Nice. Papers? No papers. There's someone. Got him. Still nothing. Where, oh, where are your papers? Gotta keep killing them until they drop. They'll come eventually. Best thing is to not get tilted. So just letting cloth. Oh, I think I see someone. Let's go get him. There it is. Defy script. Got it. Okay, now that we have that, we can head back. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We're just going to hearth back to Sentinel Hill right now. And then we'll just take the flight path back to Stormwind. Let's see if we can turn in the quest for the Quartermaster. Oh, we don't have the backside. These buildings are rather large. Yeah, I think I can turn it in now. Yep, there it is. Right, return to Lewis. Turn it in. Alright, that's done. Actually, do you have any recipes? He does not. That's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll head back to the Paladins now. That's just a copper vein. I'm not worried about that. If I worry about every single copper vein, it'll take me all night to get anything done. Alright, let's take this ride back to Stormwind again. We can turn in that quest to the Paladins. And then we can call that being done. Are you tired, Tumby? It's my dog over there. The Great Pyrenees' name is Tundra. We call it Tumby. She decided the most comfortable place in the house right now is the corner by the door. Right, here we are, back to Stormwind. A whole lot of traveling in this episode. Next episode should be a little bit more action-packed. We got a whole lot of kill quests to do out in Westfall. So I think that's where we're going to focus our efforts tomorrow. We just have to go to the Cathedral District, get this shit turned in, and And that's going to be us done for the night. Looks like it's getting to nighttime in-game as well. Skirk the Warrior, dead at level 14 in Lochmadon. We see a lot of warriors pretending to be berserk. Is Hans safe? Were you successful? Between your skill with the weapon and the power of the light, I'd imagine Hero's Vigil is safe from any defiance threat. But that's for the king and his advisors to say. Wonderful! You made it. You saved Hans. The light is with you for sure, Stacker. I'll take the script to the king's advisors after Duthorian's taken a look at them. But in the meantime, you should go speak with Duthorian now. He'll be wanting to pat you on the back for sure. Thank you again. I hope we meet again. You're surely an ally I'm proud to call friend. We're going to learn Redemption. So we'll be able to resurrect people, except we won't, because this is hardcore. You've done well this day, Stacker. You should take some pride in what you've accomplished. Even more so, you should be proud of your abilities. Not everyone can use the power of the Symbol of Life. Calling upon the light to bring back the dead means you're prepared for one of the Paladin's greatest honors, the power of resurrection. You shall have the power to bring back fallen companions, much like you did for Hans. Be well. The light shines upon you, and you should welcome it wholly. Alright, we just learned Redemption, and guess what? We're not even going to put it on our damn bar, because it's useless to us. Let's go talk to our Paladin trainer, though, this guy over here. Lord Grayson Shadowbreaker. Great name for a Paladin. Let's see, what can we learn? Seal of Righteousness. We can learn Blessing of Protection. A new Blessing of Might. Probably want that. And Seal of the Crusader. Ooh, let's read this. Seal of the Crusader. Fills the Paladin with a Spirit of the Crusader for 30 seconds, granting 52 melee attack power. Paladin also attacks 40% faster, but deals less damage with each attack. Only one seal can be active on the Paladin at any time. Unleashing the seal's energy will judge an enemy for 10 seconds, increasing holy damage taken by up to 30. Your melee strikes will refresh the spell's duration. Only one judgment per Paladin, activating time. So let's see here. So that melee attack power bonus is 52. What I have currently is 30, so that is a decent upgrade. But we never use Seal of the Crusader. We're always using Seal of Righteousness because it actually deals damage. So what we will do is we will take Blessing of Might for now. And we will save our money for later abilities. Oh wow, we just lost someone at level 47. Shame. Alright, let's go ahead and pop that on right there. Boom. Rank 2. We are now getting 35 attack power for 5 minutes. Pretty cool. Okay, so I believe that is going to conclude our adventures for the day. I would like to say thank you to anyone who is deciding to stop in and watch these videos. It's honestly, like, I really enjoy making them. Like, even though these are just for like posterity for the hardcore challenge itself, it's kind of giving me a drive to like keep making them and then keep making content for people to enjoy. So it's a nice feeling. I'll say that much. So for now, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Later.